Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing very useful Laravel topic, how to remove public from URL. So basically there are two methods. One is via .htaccess and the second is pointing the domain to public directory. In this we will be covering Cpanel, Plesk and Cloud Server. So let's first understand how we gonna achieve it. Let me open the canvas here. So first let's understand what the folder structure of our application Laravel application is. So the Laravel application folder structure is something like this. We have app folder, bootstrap folder, then we have public folder, then vendor, and then something like this. We have .env file like this. So this is the folder structure of our application. Yeah, here is the folder structure. Okay, let me draw. This is the folder structure. So the first method is, let me expand it a bit. The first method is via .htaccess. So what we will do, where all these folders are there, we will create a .htaccess file. We will create .htaccess file and place it here. And the content of the .htaccess file will be, I will share the link of this URL and the description section. So the content of will be this. Okay. So this is the first method. Let me write at the top method one via .htaccess. Okay. So it's very simple. You just have to create the .htaccess file at the root directory and place this content in the .htaccess file. So here it will come the .htaccess. So this is the method one, which is very pretty simple. And next, now move to the method two. Let me draw another rectangle here. And method two, which is pointing domain to public directory. One more thing for the method one. There is another .htaccess file in the root in the public directory htaccess file. Do not touch this file at all. Do not touch this .htaccess at all. We do not have to do anything with this. Let me write in red color. Okay. Now getting back to method two. Let me copy the folder structure here. Okay, this is the folder structure. Let's not copy it. Let me write it here. So similarly, the folder structure is app, bootstrap, next public, then vendor, then .env file, and so on. So, so the domain, let's say our domain is example.com. So what we will have to do is we will just point this example.com to the public direct, this public direct, and we are good to go. So we have covered both the methods. Now let's jump to the demo directly. First, we will take the cpanel. I have already installed one of our application on cpanel. You can see the URL app.worksuite.info, and there is public in it. If we remove public, the application is not working. So let's go to the cpanel of this, and in the search tool, just search for domains or subdomain depending on where you have installed the application. So this is app.info, and click on manage, and then move to the file directory, that is root document root. So this is the file manager and where the files are located. So like I said, there is app, bootstrap, public, vendor, and so on. So we have to create .htaccess file here. Let's create it. Create. It already exists. No worries. We will edit it. No, there is nothing to worry about. We already have the .htaccess at the root file. We will just add the content that we discussed, which is this at the bottom, and save the file. And now let's open the application without public. Bingo, the application is now running without public. So the method 1 is completed. Now again, let's try the method 2. Remove the .htaccess, reload the page. It's gone. Public. Yeah. The method 2 says that we just point the domain or subdomain directly to the public folder, this public folder. So let's check how we can do this. We will again go to the domains, and here we can see that app.works.info is pointed to this folder. The document root is this public underscore HTML, then app.works.info, and this is the path. So what we will have to add just the public to point to the public directory. Click update, and now you can see it is pointed to the public directory. Let's reload the application and see what happened. Now you can see it's saying 404. Click on back to home, and you can see the public is removed from the URL. So we have covered the cpanel. Now let's jump to the Plesk. This is the second URL, worksuite.asia public login. This is the Plesk. I have installed Worksuite on Plesk this time. Let's open the Plesk. This is my Plesk. Let me log in. Give me some time. Okay. Yeah. Just wait few seconds. Yeah, here we are. Go to domains. Click on the domain where the application is installed. It's works.asia. Then go to files. And in the files, here are the files app, bootstrap, public, vendor. And create the .htaccess file here. Create file .htaccess. And again, edit this .htaccess file and put this content and save, and let's reload the Plesk. Let's remove the public from the URL and check if it's working or not. It sometimes take time. Yeah, it's working now. Okay, the in the Plesk we have achieved the remove public via .htaccess. Let's jump to the second method on the Plesk. Let's remove first the .htaccess file, removed, and now again go back to public. Yeah, okay. To achieve the second step, that is pointing the domain to the public URL, go back to domains, select your domain, and let me open the files in another tab, and from here click on hosting and DNS, and then go to hosting. So document root, we can see document root, it's pointed to httpd docs. Where are our worksuite files? So the worksuite files are inside http docs and public folder is here. So again we will just have to add \public and save and wait for few seconds. So this hosting is reflected, means sometimes it takes time as the you change the document root, the server restarts and then it reflects. Let's reload it and see what happens. Yeah, click go back. So the public is removed from the here also. Now let's jump. What's the next topic? Next is cloud server. In this case, so this is the domain I have prepared for cloud. This which is worksuite.xyz public login. So it is on cloud server, AWS EC2 instance. Let me open the terminal to login. So here is the terminal. Let me log into the panel. Yeah, I'm logged in. The first step says, first let me visit to the path where the files are. So here is the file. So you can see the files. These are the files. So we will create, the first method said just create the .htaccess file and put the content, this content in the .htaccess file. Okay, let me open .vim .htaccess I for insert, and then we have inserted. Okay, we have created the .htaccess file. Here you can see the .htaccess file is created, and you can even cross verify the content. So here is the content. Let me remove the public and check if it's working or not. So it's working. Now let's jump to the second step, that is pointing the domain directly to the public directory. Let's first remove the .htaccess file, rf, and the .htaccess file is removed, and the application will again go back to public. Okay, so we will go to the Apache settings where we have created the virtual host. It's where, sorry, it's etc Apache sites available, and here we can see we have sudo vim. Then this is the configuration of the we yeah. So this is the configuration. We open it. So here you can see the application is pointed to where www worksuite. We just have to add public at the end of document root and we are good to go. Public at the end and save it. And after saving, we will have to restart the Apache, which is sudo service Apache to restart. and just reload it. Done. So now we have covered how to remove public from URL in cPanel, Plesk, and Cloud Server. We have checked the demo for both the methods, method 1 and method 2. Method 1 via .htaccess file and method 2 via pointing the domain directly to the public directory. Now, which one is the best according to me and which I recommend to all my customers and why it is best? Let me give you the example of that. Not the example, but let me, yeah, here. Okay, let me like how we can do that. Why it's the best. Yeah, let's take another problem that we most of the customers face when they are removing. They create in both the method 2, which is pointing the domain to public. In most of in many servers, or when we have the root domain, we have this issue. Let me show you the issue. Go back to domains. You can see worksuite.info. There is public underscore HTML. If I open this installed worksuite on this domain also, yeah, you can see the worksuite is installed on this domain also. But but here the problem is method 2, we cannot apply the method 2 here because we do not have permission to do that. Here you can see no configuration options exist for this. So earlier we were able to add public to the document root, but here we are not getting. So the only option left with us is method 1 for this domain, that is via .htaccess file. Okay, understood this part? So the recommended method from my point of view is method 2. You just have to point the domain to public directory. Why I am suggesting this? Because let me open the cpanel URL. This is which is, yeah, this one, app.this. So we go back to this manage. Let me remove the public and update and apply the method 1 here. Open it. Yeah, yeah, I'm applying. Yeah, yeah. Let's reload it. Reload again. Yeah, you can see the public is removed. The issue here with .htaccess file is the .htaccess file redirects the traffic from the website by removing the public. But actually, if you add public in URL, the website will still open. Yeah, you can see the website is still opening with the public. So this is the problem with the .htaccess configuration. So method 2 is best if we talk about security, because all the public files that needs to be exported to the browser or publicly are always placed inside the public. So directly pointing the domain to this directory will expose only these files, and all this our root files will be secured. So the method, let me open the where we, yeah, in this you can see we remove the public by following the method 2, that is by pointing the domain to the, hope you remember that. Let me show you hosting settings. Yeah, here it is, let it be public. So if we try, yeah, this is the, if we try to add public in this case, it will throw an error which is 404, and so we are not able to access via public. So the method 2 is the best, but if your server do not have that option, go with method 1. So which one do I recommend is method 2 I recommend. And there is important notice. These two methods will only work if the application is installed on root domain or root subdomain and not inside some folder. Okay. Suppose if you are trying to install the application inside some app folder, then this method will not work. Both the methods will not work. Okay, that's all from my side. If you have any queries, you can write it to me in the comment section. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials. Comment below if you have any questions or topics you would like me to cover in the next. Thank you.